Hello everyone, just getting some time in the sun, relaxing today a little bit. It's a beautiful day, the sky's blue, as you can see. I just saw a little fixed wing 172, Cessna 172 fly over. That was pretty cool. I love the sound of it. Actually, it kind of takes me back to my childhood because, as I've told you before, I was around a lot of planes growing up, so the sound of the engine, the propeller, just really, it's like a nostalgic sound for me, you know? So that was pretty cool seeing that. And I'm hoping maybe there'll be another one. There is an airport. Actually, there's 2 or 3 airports around this area. And quite a bit of activity, some private and some business jets flying in and out of the Loveland area. So yeah, quite often we see planes in the sky, and it's kind of exciting. Shout out to all of you guys out there who are from Asia, Hawaii, who love spam. I know this is backwards, but you get the idea, right? I know not everybody loves it, but I've spent time in Asia and had some really delicious fried spam, and I found this shirt the other day in the shop. I said I gotta have it, so I went ahead and picked it up, and wanted to share it with you guys today. See if anybody else out there enjoys spam and would appreciate the shirt. So I know a lot of people in Hawaii love to eat spam in their poke bowls, and other people put it in their rolls, you know, like a California roll but with spam in it. So that's pretty good too. Hope you guys are all having a great day. I am also having a good day, just relaxing. Sun's out, it's a blue sky day, trying to catch a couple of rays, and also a couple of planes flying by. I considered going out to the airport, doing some plane spotting. We'll see if that happens here today. I might just relax though, because the day after travel is sometimes, it's a good time to relax and catch up on rest. So let me know in the comments what are you guys doing this weekend. I always like hearing stories from others, places you are going, places you wish you were going, places you want to go in the future. Drop a line in the comments, let me know. We talked last week about my list, and I am still compiling that list. I have 10 places sort of chosen, picked out. I'd like to share with you guys the first 5 at least, because they're kind of in order. The way the itinerary goes, northwest from here, and then eventually over the Bering Strait and into Asia. So we'll start with number 1 is Jackson Hole, Wyoming, which is actually just northwest of here. It's a beautiful destination with Rocky Mountain peaks, runoff water, lakes, snow runoff lakes, full of trout, rainbow trout, and just really gorgeous place to visit. So I'd like to go there. There's quite a bit of air traffic in and out of there, as you know. A lot of sort of famous people like to buy homes there and their second homes there, vacation there. So as you can imagine, there's lots of business jets in and out of there. Yeah, and so that's my first stop on this trip. The first leg is to Jackson Hole, Wyoming. From there, or maybe the second place I'd like to go, I don't know if it'll be directly from there, is Seattle. I have never seen the Sound there, on the coast. I have not seen the Needle, and I understand it's a beautiful view, beautiful scene. I'd really like to get to Seattle. A lot of you might remember the movie Sleepless in Seattle. And that won't be the story behind my trip, but I'll keep that in mind and maybe even watch it again while I'm there in the hotel room or something. So yeah, Seattle is number 2 on my list. And next up, number 3, can you guess? From there, convenient stopping off point is Vancouver, BC. So it was probably a pretty short flight right there from Seattle up to Vancouver. But I would imagine it's a quite beautiful flight, as the mountains there in BC are gorgeous, really expansive mountain range scenes there. So I'd love to see those mountain ranges. I do actually have some friends in that area too, so I could stop and visit them. It's kind of what travel's all about, stopping to see people, meeting new people, seeing new landscapes, scenery, visiting the sites, and also experiencing new cities. I have not experienced Vancouver. It looks stunning from the images I've seen, so I'm really looking forward to making that my third destination. That's number 3 on the list. Number 4, moving up north from there, would be Anchorage. As you guys know, it's been in the news recently, and I saw some interesting pictures of it, aerial pictures of the airport and the surrounding city. And it looks like a small city, which is kind of my speed. Like especially after being in a bigger city like Vancouver, I think it could be quite a relief to be in a small city like Anchorage. And I guess going in the summertime would probably be better, considering it's snowy and cold and dark in the winter. So either late summer, early fall. Make sure I time it right with weather and the solar patterns there. And I also think you can see the northern lights from there. Tell me if I'm wrong. I think I've had friends tell me that they've seen them from Anchorage. If not, maybe take a day trip, get out up into the interior of the state of Alaska, try to see some beautiful scenery and see the northern lights. That would be a highlight of the entire trip. So that's number 4. Number 5 is flying over the Bering Strait over to Tokyo, with the final destination being Osaka. I've heard lots of good things about Osaka, from the food to the hospitality to the quiet, quaint streets and scenes that you can come across. So I'd like to end up flying into Osaka. I'm not sure if it would be a direct flight. Most likely a stop off in Tokyo, and another little plane. As I talked about last week, if you remember, I believe Japan is now starting a new program wherein they either reimburse you or just provide domestic flight fares for tourists, for foreign tourists. So, if you fly yourself into Tokyo, then from there you can fly to the domestic locations around the country, like Osaka, for example. So, yeah, I'd love to do that and make that number 5 on the list of places to go. And if you think of a better place than Osaka that you've been to in Japan, I have not been there much. Like I said, just Tokyo, so I don't really know. Even if I hear people saying there's better places than Tokyo, because again, it's a big city, kind of hard to get around, difficult to enjoy unless you have a guide sometimes. But getting out into the countryside and then into the smaller cities, that's my speed. Also, that's where I'd want to be. Go to a sauna, or a spa house, and just relax. Just take a load off and get some rest time, some R&R. We've all been working hard, so I think we're due for some R&R, some relaxation time. And then also seeing some historical sites there. I know that they have a long history there on the island of Japan. Some of it's complicated, with the U.S. and so forth, but I believe there's some cool intangible resources that they have there, including skills, craftsman display, everything from stained glass window making to woodworking to pottery. One of my favorites, of course. I've done some pottery, quite a bit of clay work in the past, so I'd really love to see more of that there in Osaka and in that region. So again, if you have been to Japan and know of any places that you can recommend, please drop a line in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Anyways, what are your experiences? Where have you been? What are your top 5 destinations, places you would like to end up? From Osaka, I'm thinking, I haven't finalized the other 5 in that list of 10, but I'm thinking Hong Kong. It's got to be in there. Hong Kong, possibly Rome, then Addis Ababa, or Geneva. Those were ones I talked about last week. But I got those first 5 figured out. So let's review. 1, Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Beautiful mountain ranges. Nice, quaint, quiet, slow life there. 2, Seattle. It's a must-see city. Everybody says it's great. So I'd love to get up to Seattle. Then number 3, Vancouver, BC. Number 4, Anchorage. And finally, number 5, Osaka. So, you know what? I just noticed that my shirt backwards kind of spells maps, which sort of makes sense, considering maps are kind of what we're talking about. It's how we get places, how we figure out how to get places. It's what pilots use to find their destination. That's something I've loved. I used to actually collect maps, old maps, old atlases, and so forth. I remember the days we used to use atlases in the car. We'd keep it in that pocket behind the passenger seat, reach back and dig it out and turn to the state that we're in and find our way. Nowadays, of course, we're on our phones all the time. GPS is a handy, convenient way to get around. I'm using it all the time. Of course, it's nice because it kind of keeps you on track also. It's not as easy to get off track when you've got a GPS system telling you when and where to turn and how much longer you have until your destination. So that is all convenient, but I have a special place in my heart for maps. With all the travel I did as a kid and all the countries I've been to and the joy that I have for traveling. So there you go, Maps brand. Great talking with you guys again today. I hope you're having a blessed day, a wonderful weekend. Get out and enjoy the nice weather if you have it there, wherever you might be. And again, drop me a line. Let me know how things are going for you. Where are you traveling soon? What are your dreams and goals for traveling in the near future, or maybe in the distant future? You have, a destination you're working towards. I'd love to hear about it. Really, that's one of my favorite things about travel. In fact, is hearing about, like, meeting people on the road and hearing about all their travels. I know one time in Southeast Asia, I met a couple that had been traveling. It was their 22nd country in a little over 6 months that they had been in, and they were planning on traveling for 2 years. So they were gonna get to a lot of countries, and that's always exciting to hear about and kind of, live vicariously through other people and hear their stories and see their pictures and stuff like that. So again, I'd love to hear from you guys. Drop a line in the comments, and thanks for joining me again today. We'll talk again soon. Bye. Hello again, everyone. If you haven't already, please go ahead and jump on and join my JetPeaks fans group. It would help me a lot, and this way you'll get notified right away of any new posts coming up. So I appreciate all the support, all the watches. Thanks for following me. Have a great day.